am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and today we have some Star Trek Discovery related Picard series news. You know, I didn't plan on saying Star Trek Discovery, but it does fit because I did skim through the article and, oh, man, it's not good. It doesn't look good. But let's just get into the article here, and it is from, we're using Entertainment Weekly today. We might as well use Entertainment Weekly. Let's pop that up on screen for you. Oh, Lord. Star Trek producer explains how the Picard spinoff will be extremely different. I don't want to know that. No, we just want a continuation of Next Generation. Or nothing at all. Nothing at all would be perfect. And this is from James Hibbard, and the mysterious upcoming Star Trek series, bringing back fan favorite Jean-Luc Picard, played by Patrick Stewart, is going to be very different in tone from previous shows in the franchise, and below, executive producer Alex Kurtzman explains exactly how. Oh, Lord, Alex Kurtzman. Well, first off, the fact that Alex Kurtzman is even involved explains why it's going to be very different than anything good, because he hasn't done anything good. The writer-producer has worked on J.J. Abrams' Star Trek films. No crap, that's what I just said, that he hasn't done anything good, and is currently the showrunner of CBS All Access Star Trek Discovery, as well as executive producer on the Picard series. We asked Kurtzman how the spinoff will compare to Discovery and Stewart's previous Star Trek The Next Generation series. It's an extremely different rhythm than Discovery, Kurtzman told Entertainment Weekly exclusively. Discovery's a bullet. Please, just bite that bullet. Please, just eat it, Alex Kurtzman, please. It sucks. No one wants it. Picard is a very contemplative show. God, I hope so. It will find a balance between the speed of... There's speed in Discovery. I mean, it's a little rushed, but no, it's boring as crap. Have you heard? Oh, God. Have you heard? Alex Kurtzman. Have you actually sat down and tried to watch Discovery and sit through the Klingons? They speak, so pretend I'm speaking in Klingon. They speak so slowly in 1 or 2 words at a time, like they are being fed their lines off screen by an intern. There's no speed in Discovery, Alex Kurtzman. Watch your show, then we'll talk. Speed of Discovery, my ass. The nature of what Next Gen was, but I believe it'll have its own rhythm. No, don't. You're trying to mix something good with something bad, and the bad is going to make the good bad when you taint it with that. It's like making a milkshake and then dropping some pepper in it. No matter what you do, it's not going to be good, if you make a chocolate milkshake and there's pepper in it. Continued Kurtzman, without revealing too much about it, people have so many questions about Picard and what happened to him. No, we really don't. And the idea we get to take time to answer those questions in the wake of the many, many things he's had to deal with in Next Generation is really exciting. More grounded is not the right way to put it, because Season 2 of Discovery is also grounded. Really? Season 2 is just redoing the search for Spock. It will feel more real world, if that's the right way to put it. I don't want real world. I want to escape to a galaxy, like, in the future, in another, I almost said a galaxy far, far away. We've been covering so much Star Wars, too. I don't want a grounded series where I have to deal with politics, social justice issues. I don't want that in science fiction. I want an idealized vision of the future where people have kind of gotten over all their bullshit. And Discovery isn't that. Next Gen used to be, but now if you're tainting and pouring the pepper that is Discovery into the chocolate milkshake the Next Generation was, you're just going to ruin it for me. And all of us. So don't do that. Please don't do that. So there you have it. The words that come to mind when asked to describe the Picard show are things like real world, contemplative, and grounded. And yes, Kurtzman used Picard as if that's the show's title, but there's no official title yet, and it's pretty hard to imagine the actual title won't have Star Trek in it. Well, I think it's going to be Star Trek Destiny, not to be confused with the video game series Destiny, the ship from Stargate Universe Destiny, and every other goddamn generic science fiction thing that has used Destiny being like the most generic science fiction term that I've heard in a very long time. So I think it's going to be called Star Trek Destiny, and it's also going to be referred to as STD. So there you go, guys. Again, you still don't understand. You still don't get it. Oh, Lord. Only Stewart has been cast in the spinoff so far, Kurtzman added. The writer's room has broken about 8 episodes, and we're moving quickly. Oh no, please take your time and flush them out. And I couldn't be more excited about it. There's no premiere date announced as of yet, but I mean, I'm going to speculate here. I'm going to speculate. It is going to premiere probably either as Discovery ends, because they want to stagger and get as many people subscribed to CBS All Access continuously as they can. So it'll probably be either right after or not too shortly after, maybe a couple of months. Because here's the thing, they want subscribers. Their whole goal of Discovery was to get subscribers for CBS All Access. They're not getting that many. They will not release numbers. They will not release any accurate sort of ratings. They release paired analytics that count stuff like how many times people are talking about it or pirating it. Also, thank you for being a brand new subscriber. As I forget to turn off my notifications again, because, videos, we always do that. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this is kind of one of the biggest problems with Discovery I have, though, is that they don't... And CBS All Access, they don't release the numbers. We don't know. They hire a whole bunch of people to comment on my videos, and everybody else who has a negative take on Discovery to say, oh yes, thank you so much, I'm looking forward to Discovery too, or well, here's why you're wrong, and they hire these people, and when you click on their profiles, they have nothing to do with Star Trek. They don't subscribe to any entertainment news sites. They subscribe to Dr. Phil, so they clearly, and sporting things, and other CBS, they subscribe to CBS things, so that they're hired by CBS just to intimidate and correct and falsely inflate the numbers, because I've had a lot of people just out there trying to intimidate me off of YouTube as well. Sorry, I'm calling you out on it, CBS, because you're doing it, and I know you're doing it. You're not going to shut me up on these. Oh boy, back to the article. Here we go. Oh, in the meantime, we have season 2 of Discovery coming in January, sadly. And Kurtzman, January 17th. At least we'll have a couple of weeks of the Orville again. Kurtzman took over the captain's chair in the series last June. No, he took over the showrunner chair. He's not the captain. Now, Discovery's story has moved beyond the Klingon War, thank God. The show is taking on a bit of a lighter tone and has added Anson Mount as Captain Pike, who's playing Kirk because he's jovial and kind of a bit of a shit, which, is fine if it were Kirk. And Ethan Peck as Mr. Spock with a beard, who looks nothing like Spock. To the cast, which is led by Sonequa Martin Green as Michael Burnham. And here's the most recent trailer that we've already watched and reacted to. So, what do I think of this? Well, I've been inserting my commentary throughout the whole article here. Don't mix Discovery with no. Please don't. They want to try and have this. Let me find their terminology here. They want to have its own rhythm, but they still want them to exist together like Discovery is the prime universe. And this is indication. This is great indication. This to me tells me that they are exactly doing what we've suspected and trying to retcon everything. Because if you're trying to sprinkle in Discovery's pepper into the chocolate milkshake that is Next Generation, that's a huge problem. That is a huge, huge problem. Because they don't exist in the same universe. They clearly don't. The Klingons are different. The technology is different. The tone of the show is different. It does not match. Every time we've gone back to TOS, look at Deep Space Nine, the episode with the Tribbles where they went back in time. They went back to TOS. They inserted themselves seamlessly into TOS. Discovery doesn't do that. Discovery looks nothing like TOS. The ships don't match. The lighting doesn't match. The costumes don't match. The technology doesn't match. And they're trying to shoehorn the Discovery universe into Next Generation with Patrick Stewart playing Picard. And this is exactly what I've been warning about ever since they announced this, is that they're going to ruin Picard by shoehorning more Discovery crap into it, because they cannot legally make it just a sequel. They have to make it different. They have to take established characters, aesthetics, ship designs, everything, and make it 25% different. And what happens when you take away 25% of something? Take Rob Shlomo from Midnight's Edge After Dark, his analogy of what happens when you take away 25% of the Beatles. Take away John Lennon from the Beatles. They're no longer the Beatles. So this is what is happening with Star Trek, and they're trying to do it right under our noses, and they're trying to tell us, oh no, it matches, oh no, it's canon, just trust us, this is canon now. Oh no, we're not trying to reboot the thing, but it is canon, but we're not trying to reboot it. We're not stupid. We see what you guys are doing. We know exactly what's going on. What do you guys think? Are you excited for this Picard series? Are you dreading it? Do you guys think, am I right about this? Do you guys think that they're just using Patrick Stewart because they're failing so miserably with Discovery, getting people in who know who these characters are? Because I think this is just speculation. I think that they did not anticipate so many millennial age people who would be watching Discovery. They did not anticipate the hatred for TOS that a lot of the millennial audience has. They like to point out every flaw, or just the hatred for Star Trek that the millennial geek crowd has. They like to point out that it's sexist because Kirk was in and out of bed with women and girls wore mini skirts. It's not, and I have videos to prove why it's not. They like to, like the millennial audience likes to complain about TOS being, sexist, being whateverist. They like to complain about TOS being, whatever. They complain about, like TOS's first season not being that great. Yeah, not that great is about a 6 out of 10. Discovery is about a 2 out of 10 on a good day. And that's being generous. And that is being so totally generous. So they didn't really anticipate it. And once they realized that they have this millennial audience that hates TOS, hates Next Generation, hates previous Star Trek, your typical Discovery viewer, I've heard so many of them say, I never liked Star Trek until Discovery. That's because it's not for you. And what they're doing, and they're trying to appeal to this millennial audience who's actually giving them money, while they're trying to keep the old audience by lying to our faces. They're trying to lie to our faces and say, oh no, we're not rebooting any, it's not a reboot, it's just, it's its own thing, oh no, but it'll totally match up with canon, trust us, it's not a reboot, it's really not, trust us. And they're doing everything they can to insult and disrespect and degrade the original series. And now they're doing it with Next Generation with Picard, and they're going to make it not Next Generation. They're going to try and pull out all of his experiences as like Locutus of Borg, and he's probably going to be a grumpy old jerk sitting there drinking, sea cow booby milk and throwing a phaser over his shoulder when somebody says, hey, we need you, Picard. And they're going to do to Picard what they did to Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. And I'm not going to stand for that. And I'm going to call them out every step of the way and say, you know what? We get it. We are onto you. We know that you're trying to get this audience of people who hate Star Trek, but you're making Star Trek. Maybe go with the audience of people who love Star Trek and respect it and buy the crap. We buy the stuff. And if I didn't have all my stuff in storage right now, I would have a whole wall of Star Trek crap behind me. DVDs, just shelves of DVDs of Star Trek, because I love Star Trek. At least I used to, and you're making me hate it. And it's a sad day when you're making me hate Star Trek. But yeah, what do you guys think? Tell me what you think in the comments section below. I am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and I will see you guys on the next live stream or video. Bye!